Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and here we have two little vintage Facchinetti locks from Italy. You might have seen these around with the FF, I think that's how you pronounce it, Facchinetti. And this was sent to me a long time ago by Isaac from Greece. And what's interesting about this is you have the internal and the external locks. Now, lots of the times, a lock has the same security on the outside as the inside, but more and more you're seeing locks which are high security have much better pinning on the outside, the external side, and maybe anti-snap and anti-drill features which the inside lock doesn't have. But a cheaper way of dealing with it is just make the inside lock just a bit shorter, just like have a very, very small little cylinder, 2 or 3 pins, but the outside just have a little bit more going for it, maybe throw some security pins as well. But they do operate with the same key, so a little 5-pin key here. You'll see that you've got 5 pins there, 5 pin stacks, and it's surprisingly smooth operating. So might be well used, but it's a well operating lock. And you'll see that when I put this in, the key will stick out the other side a little bit, but it only has 3 pin stacks, but it works just the same anyway. So yeah, it's very cool. Just a way to make sure that you have something which does lock the door or keep it sort of secure, the latch in locked up on the inside, but extra security for anti-pick resistance on the outside. So let's grab a little vise and we'll have a go at picking and breaking these locks. So this is the inside one, and to show you how sort of poor that security is on the inside lock, it just opens up straight away. I can't tell there's any security pins to this at all. They're all PTZ standards. It literally is just to make sure that the bolt on the door, or the latch on the door, stays closed. These little pins are just there for convenience. Really operates with a key. Very easy, low security, done. Now let's have a pick of this side, and you'll see that there are some better security features apart from the extra 2 pins in here. If we try to rake it again, so I'll get a rake and a turner, pop that in the bottom. We should, if we're lucky, be able to give this a bit of a rake like this. Trying to get it into a full set. Oh, there we go. And you see it goes into a full set. So this means that we know there is security pins in there. And I think it's right at the back actually. So it's pin 5 here. Give that a little lift. Oh, mess that up. There we go. And we've got the open. So I don't know what's inside here exactly, but I'm thinking that it's almost certainly going to be all standards, but maybe a spool in position 5. So let's have a bit of a look at that. So I have my pinning tray here. I can lock that back up because I have the key. I have my gut wrench, which should be able to just tear off the, get that right, the little E-clip thing here. There we go. Which is, if you didn't know, that's what this is for. It's just sort of pulling off those E-clips like that, which dig in, and this just sort of gets under and then like that and pulls it away. Very useful. And then we should just be able to pop the key in, grab a shim of some kind. If I've got one that isn't too bent up. I'm not expecting anything too crazy to go on here, but you know, if you have a shim and it fits, use it, and then will make your life a lot easier. Looks in good condition for a little lock. I imagine just a low security front door lock for somebody for many years. I think it's kind of cute, to be honest with you. I think it's nice. Let's tip that one out. Make sure that those are the right way around. A bit sticky. I wonder why it's so sticky. I think it might be my tweezers. I had a particularly grimy, gross, oily lock the other day that I picked, and I probably didn't clean my tweezers afterwards, much to my discredit. So here we go. So I think all standards apart from maybe 5, but definitely 6. So all standard drivers. Oh, and a spool and 5, and definitely a spool and 6. So there we go. So if the other side is anything to go by, it only has 3 pins, and they're probably just the same as this, just standard key pins and standard driver pins. But then you can see you've got some very nice, and they are nice, little spools here in positions 5 and 6, giving that extra security. The reason why this doesn't really count, I guess, is because if I look at the key, it looks like it's a very, very low cut. In fact, it might be a 0 lift pin, and therefore that spool doesn't really come into play, which is a shame. But yeah, at least one of the spools came into play, and it at least it works. So there you go, lovely little pair of Facchinetti locks, all the way from Italy via Greece to the UK. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like. If you have any comments, leave them below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. And yeah, of course, I'll see you all next time.